Welcome everyone, Dr. Thor here. Get ready for Gnosis. Well, I want to talk about one of the most important areas in general manifesting, whether you're using radionics or just brain power or any of the tools we offer. And we keep stressing the basics and people still don't seem to be getting it, but I call it Rolodex Visualization. Doing visualization extremely quickly. Now, this is a very interesting concept that goes against traditional training, which of course means I kind of love it because I'm not into traditions. You look at a tradition, what does that mean? It's been doing this way for hundreds of years. And what has it achieved? Well, most things that have been done for hundreds of years are the same old garbage, producing results at the same old level. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. We need to go up and beyond and ahead all the time. We can't be stuck in our old thought forms. So, speed visualization, and the kind of way to look at it is that it's on a Rolodex. And if you see the Rolodex picture there, this is a trade name, by the way, but basically it's like putting business cards attached to a wheel that you can spin in front of you. And if you look at the Rolodex picture there, you'll see what I mean. Now, this was originated by William Bankston of doing visualizations extremely quickly. He claims that you should have a minimum of 20 items that you visualize. And the fact is that your brain can process information very quickly. And we're always trying to speed up things. Now, I think there's a happy medium here. And the old style, which we have moved away from in recent years, of taking time to visualize holding pictures, just doesn't work well because of the fact that your mind is constantly wandering. So what happens is the fact that you wander when your brain gets bored, which happens very, very quickly, and your psychic powers burns out, which happens within 2 to 3 minutes. You are now in a different reality. You've lost the entire concept of why you were doing something. So the best thing is to do things quick and fast. And by doing that, but still holding the thought properly in your mind, you get much better results. We did this with our visualizing, or actually we call it viewing, of the many sigils we make. Now these sigils are loaded with energy. And then we make some of them very odd, very strange. Some are kind of common. And what people want to do is look at them like this is some sort of painting. Well, you've just messed up the process. Because of the fact that the information is transferred into your consciousness instantly. And this is a real problem if you continue to want to concentrate, because now your conscious mind comes in and turns what was a beautiful, energetic image into a thought of your polluted mind. So it starts, what does it look like? It looks like a tree to me. It looks like a buffalo. It looks like a, I don't know what. What does it look like? Well, this is what your mind starts to do. So when this happens, you have now lost the energy of what that is all about. Now, the same thing happens with all types of visualization. Now, visualization is very important to learn how to do it. You should be visualizing and training your visualization on a daily basis, particularly sensing as well. Is something soft? Is something furry? Is something hard? What is the shape of it? Now, we have visualization tools that do this, and if you don't have it, you're not training yourself properly. And it means you're going to have very poor results. A lot of people wonder why a whole bunch of stuff doesn't work very well for them. Well, I'm not surprised. You're completely and totally untrained, or you've been trained by some buffoonish, ignorant peasant who doesn't know what they're doing. Maybe you spent thousands and went to some military trained person. Ooh, that's really good. You can see what the military does. You want to learn how to lose? So the point is that all of this stuff is kind of ridiculous. You need professional training by people who know what they're doing. If you don't put a little bit of money, and none of this stuff is all that expensive, but if you want companies like myself to be here, put out the best and give you the best research, well, you better get out there and start supporting us. And we don't sell stuff just to sell it. You need this. If you're not centered, if you're not using a visualization tool, and you're not using some mind gym tools, you'll get nowhere. Oh, things don't work good for me. Yeah, because you've done nothing. You haven't the energetic fields created within you and the brain power to connect to these super energetic machines you get. So basically, you're given a machine gun and you're putting the barrel in your mouth and pulling the trigger. Kind of dumb, but that's what most people do. So we need to understand that. So visualization is very, very important. I like this more speed. But I do all of it. Every day I train with touching and feeling and visualizing shapes, colors, feelings. What are the items in there? Can you sense them? And that's what visualization, you're forced to visualize when you're doing these practices. So very, very important. And if you don't do this, you'll get nowhere. Including all the occult gym practices, spinning psychic wheels. All these things are very important, which people just want. Oh, I just want results. Yeah. You just want to win a race, get in the most powerful car there is, but you don't want to practice. Hell no. So the whole idea is that's exactly what is going on here, as it is with most of these situations. Now, the Rolodex visualization is excellent once you learn visualization. And basically, you still have to, generally, as is recommended, you have 20 things you want to change in your life. And try not to be repetitive. So you want to bring money, you want to bring health, and all these things. And of course, you visualize that as it being complete in your life. So 20 is kind of difficult for most people, so I'm not sure if that's a practical figure or not. He stretches this in his Energy Cure book, etc., which I highly recommend, because this guy has figured out how to send energies to make things happen, to take very sick people with cancer and cure them. Something's going on here. So the whole idea is he outlines it in his book and he gives you the different techniques. But it's not enough. And of course, he doesn't empower his thought forms by using the proper machines, etc. So he's really limiting himself. But he also has guidelines that are a little bit difficult as well. There's nothing illegal about psychic power. There is something when you add a machine to it, or possibly can be. Because then people are saying, well, the machine is just amplifying what the machine really doesn't do anything except amplify. But that's a critical process. So we need to understand that as part of what we're doing here. So Rolodex, where you actually, and you could get yourself a Rolodex. There are many of these out there you can buy inexpensively. I think I may put a link up there on Amazon. The trademarked one, which uses the term Rolodex, are generally expensive. But this is a tool you're going to use the rest of your life, and usually the brand names are excellent quality and will last you a long time. You get the Chinese stuff and you buy 10 of them, cost you more than if you got a good one to begin with. But the whole idea is you put down 10. You can interchange these things. You use the Rolodex system there. You put the word down there. You could even put a picture there. And then you spin that Rolodex quickly. So your eyes just flash on it. And this is what you do consistently throughout the day. Now, once you learn how to do it right in front of you, you just do this mentally, and you do it all the time. Now, people always too much trouble to visualize. Well, this is virtually instantaneous, and that's why I like it. It's like all of the tech that IGOS has out there. You use our amulets, you use our cells, our energy cells. The energy is transferred to you instantly. You have to do it frequently so that you can grab the energy and use it within your life. It's as simple as that. So the whole idea is that all of this is important to the process of understanding what works and what doesn't. And the whole idea of concentrating, meditating on something is a complete and total waste of time unless you're trying to go into certain meditative states. And of course, meditation is good for 5-10 minutes and so forth. After that, most people get bored of it and have problems. But and it's the same thing with most practices. I make sure that everything that I engineer and teach people now is all able to be done within 10 minutes, 20 minutes at the most. Most of the time, it's 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. You don't need to spend more time. Do you think drawing energy in of something for more than a few minutes is going to work better for you? Well, it's not. We're not talking about normal energies here that are easy to grasp onto, or you're filling a tank, or you're charging yourself up. Well, it doesn't work like that. That's not how these kind of energies work. The energy is there, it's projected to the target, and then forget about it. It's as simple as that. Don't sit there and concentrate consistently. Now, this is another thing that I've been doing for many years now, which has been further proved by Bankston, who doesn't tell you to concentrate on it. You set the intention, you let it go, and then you stop concentrating on it. When people started to concentrate on things, guess what? They got bad results. Well, this aligns with my research exactly. I find the exact same things that everybody's trying to empower something by putting more energy into it, and it doesn't work like that. We're not talking about those types of energies here. Radionic energies, psychic power energies, informational energetic fields are there. They manifest right there. What's going to happen is going to happen in whatever time that you need it to happen in. But you have to repeat things consistently. Keep drawing energy to you, not one sit down, draw a bunch of energy to you, and that's it for the day. You want to constantly keep in contact with the energy. That's why our energy cells work so well, because they're in contact with you, and you're supposed to think about them frequently, not concentrate on them. Think about them. You touch them, you think about, oh yeah, I'm carrying that with you. Next. And this is what you do. So doing this, putting these 10 different things onto a Rolodex type thing and then flicking it in front of you to get conditioned with those things. And as I said, you can do this without the actual tool if you want to. But you do have to define these things. And when you do, you define it once. So I need money. What does that mean? You've got to put down a amount of money you want, which is reasonable. If you say you want $10 billion, well, that's not, how is that possibly going to come to you? But you certainly, depending on your own personal position, what you could make, etc., it's possible you could make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. We don't know. You have to look at your own life. On the other hand, you say, I want $5. Well, that's kind of stupid, because you can find $5 anywhere. So you want to try and bring something to you at a higher level. You want to make sure you have perfect health. This is a big issue right now. We have horrible diseases going everywhere. So you want to state that, I have perfect health. I automatically fight any kind of viruses that come after me. So these are the kind of things, and then you go through this 5, 10, 15, 20 times a day. You're talking about, a couple of seconds. So the whole idea is the Rolodex visualization process is extremely powerful, and it's a great way to start, and it's inexpensive. But don't think that's going to do the whole job for you. You need to have a decent radionic machine. You need to know the basic foundations, which is centering, mind gym practices. You need to have a visualization tool that we offer. We offer 2 of these tools, and probably going to be down to 1 soon, because I'm not sure that people need much past that. But we do have 2 that we offer because they're very beneficial. But you should have that. Do you have a side kit with a wheel and cards and so many other things we offer? This is the psychic gym. You got to pump psychic iron to get out there and get results. If you don't have good thought control, if you're not putting in a good thought form into a radionic machine, well, you're not going to get good results out of it. These are amplifiers. When you tune a radionic machine, you're amplifying the thoughts you're putting into it. That's what the pattern of the dials do. Now, good radionic machines like IGOS offers it amplifies it through a very special process. Very, very easy, very, very simple. That's how it works. So, these simple but critical things is what makes the difference between achieving success and not. I mean, it's a miracle that you can concentrate on something, send it into a manifesting machine, and it manifests for you sometime in usually the near future. Usually from anywhere from 2 to 8 weeks, something happens that you desire. So just the fact that you can do that, and everything in your life can now be a manifesting tool, is mind-boggling. This is the future, people. It's manifesting machines. As I've said, you have your phone, you have your computer, and you have your manifesting machine. You know, everybody's trying to make money, they're trying to get ahead, they're trying to start businesses, but there's a giant jump off of a cliff. And that is, they put all this time into it. They buy courses. They put all the work into online businesses or even a physical businesses. And it drops there. What happens? All that energy you're taking to the side of a cliff and you're dropping it off. Now, you know, hard work pays off. The bottom line, though, is that the people who really are doing well and are successful have this kind of built in normally. They are able to produce these strong energetic fields around them, kind of like a magnetic field, to draw to them what they want. That could be people. That could be, you know, I've seen people who are everybody likes. Why? They're not very attractive. They're not very interesting. They have that charisma. Well, that's just a manifesting field. Rich people? Well, you know, rich people are kind of stupid. So the whole idea is that, but they have this energy around them that draw other people to them. And this starts to compound because the more success you are, the stronger this field is, and the more people, cash, and everything else you draw to you. It's just that simple. Let's get into the next generation of technology, the next level of technology, which are manifesting machines. And we offer all sorts of ones, and we're coming out with even more. And there's ways to boost it. There are different patterns. You know, what works for you? Well, you need a good core unit. From there are rate cards, there's energy cards, there's alchemical oils, there's sacred patterns. We have all this, and you have to start accumulating these to keep building your energy up, because it's a tough, hard world out there, and you're going to have to manifest on several levels. Everybody is in jeopardy right now when it comes to your energetic health. You keep your energetic, physical energy around you strong, and this will stop these deadly problems from affecting you. Everything starts in the energetic, and then it goes into the material. Well, take care of that stuff before it becomes material. And that's not just in health-wise. Well, you've got dead energy if you're not successful. So if you're having trouble manifesting, you have dead energy. If you're having trouble meeting people, well, you have dead energy in that area. And I've known very successful people, and it seems to be the case with a lot of business people, they can't meet anybody. They have very difficult finding the right partner. So this goes on and on with people. So all of these are areas in your life you need to work on. And, you know, machines can't work on multi things at once. So unfortunately, you have to have several different energetic devices of different types to be using them. So this is an exciting, yet the future of technology. Who cares about a better computer, a better car, a less polluting car? Well, ultimately, what does all that mean? Well, you know, it's all nice. And, you know, you want to have computers that work right. You want to have technologies that work right and things that are less polluting. But the bottom line is that really doesn't make your life all that much better. Why are some people more successful than others? That's what you need. You need the manifesting machine. You need the success machine. And that's what these things are all about. I've used these things all my life. I came from not only nothing, I had people try and stop me consistently throughout my life, particularly family members of a father who wanted me to be a loser because he was a loser and he didn't want me to be better than him. But this happens in all of society. So the point is, I've been able to push myself ahead using these technologies and developing it to this day to have fantastic success and be one of the leaders, the leader really. I'm the number one radionic expert on the planet, having studying this for over 40 years now. So it's all about manifesting, and there's many ways and many different technologies, and you want to keep compounding these to and find out, well, maybe something works a little better for you. Maybe one particular design or one particular rate card does more for you than another. This is how the technology works. Nothing is just usable by everybody to achieve the same levels of success. So it's like everything. You have to find out what works for you, but you still need a core tool to use. Everybody needs that manifesting machine. That's what life is all about. In the end, what really is life about? It's about manifesting. What is it? Manifesting the proper relationship, manifesting the proper amount of money, manifesting health. It's all coming down to making something happen beyond the normal. So the whole idea is to give yourself that fantastic edge that no one else has. That edge is critical to the amount of money you make. It's the difference between making a few thousand and making hundreds of thousands. It's the difference between having a good relationship and having a bad relationship. It's the difference between getting ill and not getting ill. Do you have the edge? And these technologies that IGOS offers are dirt cheap. Dirt cheap you can get these things. People spend 10 times the cost of our tools many times just for a pair of sneakers, designer clothes, other things. Well, I like all that too. But, if you want all that, get out there and get these tools. And get them while they're available. Life is very fickle. And while some of our products are available indefinitely, other ones may not be because of many different pressures. So get out there, pick these things up, start manifesting in your life. Start getting what you're going to. Every little bit ahead that you get and will accumulate over time as your energies get stronger and stronger over the months, and you'll see one breakthrough after another. Sometimes it's subtle, but if you get 10 subtle breakthroughs, one after another, well, that usually adds up into something amazing. If you expect to win the lottery, well, let me know how you did that, because I'll be the first one in line behind you. It doesn't work like that. You're getting an edge in life. Yes, they can make you luckier. We've had people put their pictures in our different boxes, and they just go out there and say, find me a scratcher. And they have one guy won $1,000. Now, these are, it's making you lucky. It's, if you go in front of a scratchers where there's 20 different rolls, which one do you pick? Well, if you're empowered, you're going to be guided to the role that most likely is going to give you some sort of winner. But, these are the longer shots. It's what you're doing in your day-to-day life. It's the fact that you keep getting breaks, that you see your sales going up all the time. I mean, our sales are constantly going. I've had to stop selling things because we don't have enough inventory of it. So this is the way things go when you empower what you do. And, of course, you got to have good products that work, etc. But this is how life works. So get into the revolution, the next level of tech, which is a manifesting machine. It's there, it's to be used, and let all the doofuses out there criticize it and poo-poo it. You certainly could, you certainly be able to sit on your yacht and chuckle about those guys who are the naysayers, when this is proven technology that's been around for 120 years now, that has been shown by many people to be very effective. Not to mention just psychic power people, but psychic power is not enough. But they proved that as well. 150 years of proof. Let the naysayers, let all those bozos, well, fine. I just like to sit on the sidelines and laugh at them as I continue to do well and prosper. Until next time.